Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and we also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
today we have another trailer for you. It's Tron ARES. I know Mars would have wanted to see this. I think he likes the first one. Any thoughts of the original Tron or Tron Legacy? Do you remember any of those?
Not a bit.
Not a bit? Sounds great. Ready, set, and let's roll it.
120 miles per hour, left east heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
What do you say?
I never saw any of the Tron movies, so I'm really like the odd man out because I don't know what the appeal is. And this is the third one. So I'm going to sort that a lot of people coming in for this enjoyed there were two others.
Yeah, there was a video game.
I never played the video game. I remember the advert for the original movie years ago, but I never saw it. And correct me if I'm wrong. It's about a guy who gets trapped in a video game somehow.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. I didn't see the first. I just know it was like a big deal. I know the video game, which I didn't play that much, but it was just like, it was around that time when it was out. It was just like a big thing. So the movie was out, even though it came and went. The idea of a movie was just so big. The idea of Tron Legacy, coming back to it when they were coming back to a lot of other stuff, even though it probably didn't meet the mark as far as success. So that's the only backdrop I can give you. Definitely the video game and the original movie, the idea to the fans, the kids, it was like, oh, sweat. At that point you could get hyped about a movie and not see it. You have that one friend that sees it and tells you the movie. Actually, we didn't have anybody, I think, in the neighborhood who watched it. And I don't think my father was like, no, I saw it, it's not good. So that would have been one we want him to rent. And he said no, and he was probably right about it. Not as far as the content being bad for us, because he got us, we watched, stuff. Terminator, but it was R-rated stuff. It was a lot of stuff that was, basic, could be revenge stuff type of things. So it was like, but that was a bad movie in his mind. So he was like, no. Not that he was keeping us from it. Obviously, we could see it somewhere else, but he wasn't renting it. He wasn't wasting his money. That's the best way to describe it. He wasn't wasting his money on it. He saw it, got rid of it. So, but yeah, that's to give you a backdrop. That's the best backdrop I can give of it because I didn't see it myself.
Yeah. So, coming into it, looks standard movie. I'm not sure what the appeal of it is, and it's a little bit difficult for me because I already know that there's a couple of movies in the can for this, so there is something going on here in terms of bringing viewership back. I just don't know, I just don't know what it is. So you got a lot of cool scenes. I just don't know if it's something that would bring. I mean, it's tough because nothing brought me out for the first two. I don't see anything bringing me out for this one. That would be the issue. And I know, but it's the third one. There's obviously a viewership for this. It just never hooked me.
Mm-hmm. For me, it was something that I definitely wanted to like, and watching the Tron Legacy, it was a lot of setup to it. Didn't really meet the mark of saying we're in the future and we can get to see a lot of cool stuff in the movie. So here, not to say that this movie couldn't be a lot of talking, because the other one was like, here we got Jeff Bridges. The second one had Jeff Bridges trapped in the Tron universe, and he's got this new person that he's trying to help. I can't remember if it was a digital him or not, but he's like, I can help this person. Whereas this one just seems to be like, hey, that stuff we do in the Transformers and Sonic, let's just put Tron in the present day, so we can do, like basically the light speed effects. And that's the other thing I think that, well, actually, it costs a lot of money. Can't really, I'm going to fault Marvel for not doing this with the female Photon for Captain Marvel, doing kind of the light speed effects type of deal, even though this isn't totally at light speed, but it's like simulating how quick it could be. It could even be quicker. But like that sort of thing, I don't know how many scenes they're going to be able to do this, but the more, the merrier for me, because it's like this, the bikes are cool, the light trails from it, the light trails, that sort of thing. So
I know the bicycles have become iconic with this film. The whole driving and then making those 90-degree turns,
yes,
which that was a big deal.
Yep. So it's like that, having to see that in the present is something that I would say where I think we joked about it, and Mars was saying how like was pumping it up, saying that we were saying, I think me and you were saying no, but looking at this trailer, it's kind of like, yes, it's like, even though it is in the vein of like the last Transformers, I don't know, what was it, the last Transformers where they had
Rise of the Beast?
Yeah, they had Mirage on the bridge, and it's like 4 cars and that sort of thing. So it's like, okay, they're trying to do some cool stuff here. And so this is hard to do everything in the future when you can do all the cool stuff on present day Earth. And for the movie audiences, like if you're doing animation or a comic book, yeah, you can spend all your time. So in this stuff, will this stuff be able to pay off in this movie? So yeah, I'm optimistic. It could have no story, but if it can pay off for Jared Leto, it's funny. I did a separate video, because I remember I said I was thinking Jared Leto was okay as the Joker, and I thought he was okay in the Mobius. It just needed a little more story and probably some more, and probably wouldn't have been better with Spider-Man having his tortured brother. But it's funny, when I was doing a video talking about the Joker in the last Joker movie and saying this one wasn't the bad one, he's a theatrical Joker, and then I watched it, I forgot the gold teeth. And the gold teeth aren't the problem. The problem with the gold teeth is being able to talk with the gold teeth. So when you have the Joker talking like he has false teeth, like that, it's like, oh, damn it. I got to go left. So I got to say, I'm totally off. He's like, I can understand why people, even if I thought it was okay at first glance, like, why is he, because they also would dub in him and he would talk normal. So some of the dub lines, I was like, oh, yeah. Then he's like, ha. I was like, oh, God. False teeth Harry. So hopefully this is a good movie for Jared Leto. He has been a favorite for many people. He was at the stage of a lot of actors of his like, I guess Jake Gyllenhaal and a bunch of those guys. And this seems like it could be a thing for him. But they're not selling you on him. They're selling you on Tron. So they're making a big deal about Tron and the effects. I'm not sure if this guy they just showed was this other actor who I actually do like, but I'm not sure if that's him. I can't tell. It's too quick. So it could be a different actor that I'm not too cool on. But this is going for the effects and showing us. So that's why I said Transformers first. So yeah, it could just be a light show, but hopefully what they do give us in the light show, the same when I went to see Bumblebee. Like I went to see Bumblebee and I said, it's good for what it was. Like it wasn't great. It had some major flaws story-wise. The ending was a little too overblown,
but the kids loved it.
But yeah, but it was a fun sort of movie. It had a spot. So if this can find,
yeah, I think that's what I would probably think about with this movie, because I think the criticisms you're making on Bumblebee is sound, but the kids loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things I always say. Who's the audience? Obviously they're not making a Bumblebee movie for me, because I would not really want to see a solo Bumblebee movie. For me, give me a solo Optimus Prime movie. That's more of what I would want to see. But they aimed up square at the kids, and they got them. So I'm wondering if it'll be the same thing with the Tron movie, that they know who they're aiming for and they'll get them.
Yeah, I think this is like a techie one. I think the Bumblebee pulled me, and I know you're right for the kids. For me, it was like we did get the first 20 minutes, or not, first 5 minutes of the classic Optimus Prime. So I was like, that's what I wanted to see. I went in there for that. And then this, it just looks like a cool light show. So I'm praying that it holds up and not sit there and be like, that's the thing. I think going into the second Avatar, I know it's kind of be like visuals, and then them having some, basic story stuff, which is what we kind of have seen. I mean, there was a couple scenes we definitely have seen before, but at the same time, while we go through it, it had a lot of cool stuff in it. So I can't expect this to be Avatar or a second Avatar, The Way of Water. But they can try to get a story around it. We see, as I always say, I didn't expect much out of the Predator, and there happened to be a story around it. So in between a hack and slash movie, which is the same concept for Alien, which was like, let's open and let it make you feel like you're in 2001, and then we're gonna get you the slasher movie. So so yeah. There we go. We got Tron. We did our time on it, and hopefully when it comes out, it doesn't get extra torch, so it's like gives you less reason to watch it. But hopefully these scenes that look like they're pay off when we get there. Any other words, Cal?
No, I'm good.
Spinnerak is out.